So I was just thinking about how sometimes life can go full circle, but even along that path, there's just lots of little spurs that are dead ends. But even if you do have to back up, a lot of times those inform where you do want to go. So specifically right now, I'm thinking about my YouTube channel and this photography studio. So about exactly a year ago, the other photographer who worked in the studio retired. And so I had made a whole video about turning this space into something new. I didn't really finish the idea because I wasn't exactly sure where I was going to go with that whole idea. I just knew I wanted to have something that could be more for the public, like a store. And then I made a video about turning this space into a better spot to work and where I wanted to have my desk and my good desk setup. So I was showing the things I was planning to my friend Brian, who lives right over here in this strip and then owns a tattoo shop a couple doors down. And he was saying to me, if you're going to do something that's going to be open, a store, a gallery, whatever it's going to look like, it needs to be on that side. The reason he was saying that is because this storefront is all glass block. And over on this side, it has these big plate glass windows. So as someone who could also be a little more shy and introverted, I realized he's right. I would not want to walk into a place where I couldn't at least see in a little bit. So all that work I had done in the last two videos has been kind of completely flopped. But I'll say it still wasn't a complete waste of time because turning this space into what looked like a storefront gave me the idea of what I wanted it to look like. I'm a visual guy and I need to see things. So once I changed my mind, I was able to just have my friend Dave. He came over, he's been helping me out, and we started to build out a storefront on the other side. And then I set up my desk in that optimal position I had figured out before in the same kind of manner over here. The other thing I enjoy about that is I'm someone who likes to mix things up anyways, and having like this new spot to either chill or work actually is really, really nice. It just, I don't know, gives me a fresh perspective. I'm one of those people who always need something new. Me and my friends used to joke about that idea of, or talk about that idea of like you get a new piece of artwork that you really love and you hang it on your wall. But after a couple months, it just becomes invisible. So if you kind of rotate things around and move them, it just kind of gives you a new perspective, gives me a little energy, and it makes you appreciate some of the things a little more again. So on the YouTube front, when I first decided to start a channel that is now all about bicycling, the original intent was to have it all about analog photography. I sat down at my table, this is over, 15 years ago, something like that, had all my little Ilford papers around and my Minolta cameras, and I turned on my camera, the digital camera, and I just choked and couldn't do it at all. So now the goal with this channel is to also have a playlist where I document the build out of what we are going to have going on here, which is going to be analog photography related. I still have a lot of numbers to run. I still have to talk to some more people, so I don't want to go into too many details, but it should be kind of a cool journey. So on this channel, I've talked about the goal of getting one video out a week. That's what I did with the cycling channel, and that channel actually has just hit 10,000 subscribers, which is really cool. I don't want to take any energy away from that, but with this project, I think it'll be really cool to document the build out of what we have going on. I still have other things I'd like to do from this channel. I actually have a backlog of half-shot videos and all that stuff. But now that I'm going to have a little bit of help around here, I think we will potentially be able to keep up on that. Plus, it's also just good marketing. I want to show people what we're doing because I'm going to need people to support it. But that's all for now. A lot more coming, and I will see you in the next one.